Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovative, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda Hero Psych Defender of the Fatherland, off to a 2v2, yes, a 2v2, on Pachino Farmlands. In the north, we have the German army pushing forwards here for a counterattack to throw the Allies back into the Mediterranean here with the 15th Panzergrenadier shown here with HHJJJJJ, lots of J's, so we'll just call him HJ, and, what's the other chap's name? Thanasty, and we got on the other end the Big Mop and the Sage. Also, I'm just going to do one slight thing here. If I can bloody well remember it, there we go. So we can actually sort of more easily tell the players apart. In the south, we have a British combined and an Anglo-American combined task force here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting, innovative, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, here off to 2v2 on Pachino Farmlands. In the north, we have the 15th Panzergrenadier shown, organized by Italian headquarters there, under Kesselring, to push the Allies back into the Mediterranean here with Thanasty and HHJJJJ, we'll just be calling him HJ. Up here with the Deutsche Afrika and the Wehrmacht. In the south is a combined Anglo-American force here, on the receiving end of this assault. If they fail, it could spell slight inconvenience for the Allied war effort. Here with the 41st Infantry and the 8th Infantry Divisions here holding the line in the face of the German sledgehammer. So, off to the races we are here. We got a Kettenkraut Grenadier start here for the nasty HJ here with Panzer Pioniere and Bersaglieri being supported as well here by Italian elements. With the 3rd Panzergrenadier Company there and the 5th. We got sappers galore here and a Vickers machine gun from, I believe, the Sage here, and the other chap is a Big Mop with a rifle called Engineers on. Actually, a bit interesting one here. Engineers are popular with some players while moving forward there with their M3 grease guns, which for those unaware was actually a replacement for the Thompson, as it was basically easier and cheaper to make, which is actually a really big deal, plus it was also easy to handle. But there you go, first shots fire around the centre. Parnese is spotting a Vickers quickly into the Church of St. Al of Pachino. Pioneer backing off here as more Allied troops run to the centre here. German forces busy though on the sides of the map here. Steady advance of the riflemen, moving up steadily here through the streets of Pachino. Farther up north here, Kettenkraut runs into the scout squad. But in the centre, the GIs are steadily moving forwards. South side here, Panzer Pioniere, Bersaglieri there running around, scaring off the locals apparently. And there goes Sappers, Bersaglieri, Carcano, bolt action rifles, the Mark II Sten gun, more Bersaglieri moving up here, Panzer Pioniere bonus serve as well, here Sappers pushing forwards here across the, barrel side there, Sappers pushing in, they're getting focused on Bersaglieri, Panzer Pioniere also providing support here, and I think there's an accidental retreat here from HJ, they're accidentally retreating both Bersaglieri squads here. Big win there for the Sappers, in the centre there, machine remains in position there, we got Pioniere under fire, Grenadiers as Engineers here, Kettenkraut's about to get wrecked here, that's going to hurt there. Thanasty quite a bit, and there you go. Big Mop scores a kill. North, the Engineers pushing forward, grabbing the northern point of the Grenadier. And we got breakthrough here for the Wehrmacht player. So that is, well, breakthrough and combined arms. Of course, I have to see what's on the Allied end of the spectrum. Though a sapper heavy start definitely has me thinking it could be armoured. It doesn't always have to be, but it certainly would make sense. Mortars there, though, for the Thanasty and the Wehrmacht. Interesting pick here, certainly though with the machine gun in the church, proving a formidable strong point here for the Germans have to break. A mortar does make a fair amount of sense. That just, of course, means we just need big mop there. Another effort there, Pioneers being pushed out of the premises here. So far, some fair successes here for the Allied forces. Got the few point there. Up north of Bessier, they're trying to make their way through a small orchard. We got sappers there blocking some of the easy approaches here. Ralph squad Coltsman to assist. And we got MP40s. We also got like a very quick here infantry officer quarters upgrade for the Thanasty and the German army there. Interesting choice there. Very interesting choice. I mean, I'm typically a proponent if you're like going to go for assault guns and a number of grenadiers. You do also want that fast infantry officer quarters, but with like a fast mortar as well, it does look a bit interesting. That's not to say the mortar doesn't benefit from it. It does. You get for some easy access to the recon flare, which is honestly I feel like a pretty big advantage. So not a bad choice at all there. More grenadiers on the way here at least. So there we go. Lots of veterans, one unit here for the Wehrmacht. Bravo squad there being pummeled out in the open. Others being forced back here. Grenadiers are down to 3 men, low on health. Being routed here by the riflemen in the center. Engineers laying down mines. Where their west side here. Route squad pushing for that far western fuel point here. Panzer P and we all can see that he's done the same in the east. Big mob there. A big fan of rationing fuel. Thumbs up. More Bessieri here. We can see they have been bolstered. So that's a 6-man status now. Granadenwerfer there busy around the north center here. Granadenwerfer 34, which was actually at the start of the war considered a heavy mortar by the Germans, but as the war went on, would be downgraded from heavy to, I suppose, more medium. Fun fact. And this was the Ralph squad there. Another fun fact, there's actually a shortened version of this that was primarily meant for the Fallschirmjägers, which was obviously a lot more mobile, but also had less range due to the shorter mortar because of machine gun the flying the Grenadiers are pushing, trying to sprint after the Americans that also dodged the Vickers. Doesn't quite work out there. We also got a Humber out here for the Sage. Grenadiers routed here on the west side. Bessiera breaking through here. The lines of the Allies have fallen apart there like a poorly made cake. Grenadiers right in the center here with MP40s. Humber rushing in there with its autocannon, coax machine gun, raking the Grenadiers there with hot lead and autocannon fire. Center side, we got Panzer P up there. Mortar keeps flying away there. In the far south here, we've got the Vickers holding up parts of the Italian advance here. But there's a gap here, and we can see here that HJ is quick to flank around here the Vickers machine gun position and make things fairly uncomfortable there. If he's got access to early grenades, he's going to pop one there and possibly clear out the machine gun pretty rapidly. But looks like he has not researched that or doesn't think it's worth it. Ralph squad machine covered in northern victory point now. We got points being seized and harassed by the German Grenadier. We got a Panzer Grenadier company on the way here for the Thanasty. Sage just with a lot of sappers still and machine guns rather than setting out there. We do get an infantry section now. We got a fair amount of engineers here though from Big Mob. Makes you wonder what exactly his game plan is there. Church collapsed under German mortar fire. North Grenadiers as the Vickers there. Got the MP40s ready, though does lack the munitions for safe swift grenade assault to flush them out, and doesn't have any immediate Panzer Grenadiers to rush into the building either. That could always be a quick way of dealing with that. Of course, we just keep trying running around here, and we got the Humber moving in, so that's obviously not going to work out. At least I don't think so. Yep, down to 4 men, low on health. Humber there firing engine, got the Vickers. Pretty bad status here for the Grenadiers, and we can see there the nasty force withdrawal. We got a Pack 40 on the way. The Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40 in the south. Bessie Yeti and rather than finding up, we also got assault grenadiers out here for HJ with their MP40s. Flanking the Ralph squad here, pinging them between the Bessie and the assault grenadiers now. We got sections up to support. Grenades being chucked left and right here. A lot of explosions, and 2 riflemen there forced away. Humber rushing towards the south, up north, fresh German push here by the Thanasty, as Big Mob is looking to gain some territory there. We got the Panzer Kanone 40, reinforcing and probably healing. Bessieri doing the same here. we got an upgrade there for the mechanized company, so probably the Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung. And back here, we got a lot of troops standing ready as well there. Note he's using the metal station there from his teammate. Heal up, thumbs up. Good teamwork there. Up north, thick gun is being pushed back. Routed. Because they're half eight of S&T2. More to get into position, though is rather exposed here to a fresh push. Then we got bars up there as well for Big Mop. Big Mop clearly looking to mop up things with his Browning automatic rifle. And these punies moving in here with machine pistolen and Kana TK. Northeast scouts pushing for Northern Point. It's enough, he's not sending the Grenadiers closer there, but just the pioneers more to that close here. Hasn't really done a lot of killing so far. Big allied convergence, there's anti-tank rifles, flamethrowers, and of course, a lot of BARs. Machine with precision, you can see the smoke there from the mortar. Interesting enough, we're not seeing any of the recon flares. Again, I do think the recon flare is an excellent reason to get the Wehrmacht mortar. Certainly something I imagine a lot of Wehrmacht players will love to have in companies too. Ralscourt flanking up here against the Grenadiers. Got put on, but there you go. Nice mortar hit killing Carl there. And he's closing in now with their MP40s. And they're going for the rifle. Got Pioneers flanking in. Pioneers what? Grenades being chucked at the Grenadiers here. A lot of casualties, a lot of explosions. Meanwhile, we got here a Scott out for Big Mop. Of course, signaling that he has gone for Armoured. Certainly, understand it's a very popular battle group. And certainly the Scott, I think, is also quite good now after they buffed it. And might be better, in fact, than a lot of people sort of imagine it to. Part, I think, now is just, you know, better overall performance. Plus, it also just makes other stuff like its white phosphorus ability much more attractive, because that thing is really good. But there you go, Sturmgeschütz Rausfangert engaging the Scott. Plus the Panzerfaust here. Definitely got a bit too cocky there with his M8 Scott. And there you go, kaput. Going to a mine. The Scott was assigned to provide short-range artillery support for more mechanized units. Would actually be replaced by the 105mm, the Boulders of Sherman, there, as we know, the 105mm Sherman there, for that sort of artillery support. And at which point they'd move them towards the reconnaissance units, so they at least, you know, get some light artillery support on the move as well there. Fun fact, by the way. Fun fact. Humber there, we got Stuke moving in here. Got the Pinwheel machine gun. I do believe he's gone for the off supporters. No, he's not. He's just gained the veterans one. I've guessed blasting. Oh, holy smokes! Point blank shot lifts up to its name. Entire anti-tank section just exploded. Now that's a kill. Quite a blow there to the British forces. 6 partner gunning forces. And really just leaves here in terms of, like, you know, immediate indicators here for Sage there. So what battle group he's going for, they might be able to get a hint here if you sort of look at the sappers. Are they enforcing? Are they cheat? Doesn't look like it. Anyways, it's not choosing them. Stuke there with a damaged engine. Got pelted with anti-tank grenades. Close faces who will need support. Schnell, the Pack 40 is back at base. Not really doing anything for the time being. Grenadier moving up there. Looks like a fresh squad of Grenadiers. Interesting here. You don't really see that as much here. So once you say have access to a Panzer Grenadier, that would be, you know, the more ideal choice. But it would appear that the Nazi there has not much faith there in the Panzer Grenadiers. Ralph's got pushing force there, but the Grenadiers are definitely outgunned in this respect. Versus so many BARs here from Big Mop. It's definitely into mopping up things. Far south here, though, we got Armada Fiat engaging the Humber with its, well, converted Soviet Sis gun. That's actually one thing here with the Armada Fiat. The early model, they actually used the Soviet gun there. Which actually, apparently, I think when the Allies first encountered the British, that is North Africa, actually had them scared. The Germans have managed to mount the Flak 36 on it. Scott number 2 out here for Big Mop. He's definitely a big fan of the, well, Scott, and he's also managed to grab his opponent's mortar. Quite a blow there to Thanasty, and also kind of wasted. We also got a Crusader tank out here, rushing in some fast armor here. There's the Humber, or the Marder, not Humber, the Humber supporting. And here we sort of see weakness as to why some players will not go for a lot of Bessayeri, because he's got no snares to that way cover up his Marder here, and that becomes an easy killer for the Crusader. Excellent killer, of course, by the Sage. We got Bessayeri here straight to the Vickers, and of course a lot of angry British infantrymen. Riflemen in the center up north here. We got the Scot with anti-tank guns and other supporting elements there, proving to be a headache there for the Germans. Stug still being repaired. We got a second Sturmgeschütz on the way. Thumbs up, though. I would also certainly recommend maybe either getting the mortar back or replacing it. Plus maybe some Panzergundy eventually, but so far he's a big fan of those MP40 Grenadiers, and I certainly can't fault him. They are certainly quite nice to use. Humber rushing in here. But I'm not entirely sure I would go for them this late into things as a replacement for Lost Grenadiers, but there you go. Sturmgeschütz da ist für ein G. Gefechtsbereit. And this point is also quite clear here that he's aiming for the Tiger tank. No swift mechanized assault groups with the Sturm, maybe a Stummel. Scott roaming about here. Second Stug arriving. First one close to Veteran C2, and then straight to mine. Certainly at this point, I think it'd be a very good idea here for Thanasty to consider some mine sweepers, because his opponent's clearly knowing how to put down mines. Assault has been part here by the Humber in the center and the west side here. Allies continue to make great progress as HG is struggling to put the Allied forces there under control. Big 2 points wise. The Germans also lack significant behind. I just realized 190 versus 453. Good golly. North Grenadiers pushing through here. Big offensive there from the Nasty. Meanwhile, his Stug still got its treads blown out and is in dire need of repairs. Well, its engine blown out. Strafing run here. So that means he's actually going for the air support center, which is actually becoming more popular with armored battle group players there, because the armored battle group doesn't really have like a lot of direct outlets for munitions in terms of artillery call-ins, and so they compensate by just relying on air support and then provide the abilities like that, like strafing runs, dive bombs, and even reconnaissance. So there's certainly a nice bit of synergy there that some players are starting to come up sort of onto, realizing that is actually pretty good. Marder, Bessayeri around the center, Panzerpino as well. Northern fields of Pachino have been secured here by the 5th Panzer Grenadier Company. Grenadiers setting a mine. Back 40 remaining in position. And another Marder here for HJ. Humber there, Panther Fauster. We got a 6-pounder gun here by the tombstones. Grenadiers, they definitely need to retreat before they're, well, buried beneath those tombstones. Like Ludwig there. Scott setting up. You got double Scots here for Big Mop. Ensuring that they have some nice self-propelled artillery support there. Of the closer kind support. Marder them engaged by the Crusader. Stug on the flank here. Crusader rapidly falling back. The Germans now managed to kill 2 victory points, stabilized along the north center axis here of Pachino. We got Crusaders there on the flanks. We got 2 Crusaders out here for the Sage. Stug moving in an aggressive flank. Straight into 6-pounder gun, lacking infantry support because he already expended the infantry. The Stugs are rapidly forced to withdraw. Otherwise, I don't think it's a bad push here necessarily, but infantry support will be crucial in these more close quarters here for the Sturmgeschütze. In fact, as a bit of fun historical context, Stug, infantry commanders who were, given Stugs to command, which they were also instructed to make sure they had some of the best troops supporting the Stugs as escorts, typically in fact equipped with assault rifles if possible. Stug there's about to get blown up here. The Nasty, they ain't definitely pushing too far, and he gets punched in here by the Sage Crusader tank here. Stug gets a good hit off. That was certainly painful there. At least it wasn't the now almost 32 Stug that got knocked out. Rifleman getting mauled by the MD42 on top. Grenadier pushing in here. A Rifleman advancing steadily for freedom democracy. Another Stug here for the Nasty. We got triple Marders for HJ. Grenades going off. The anti-tank crew's been cleared up. Bessayeri pushing in there. Kakana rifles ripping into the Americans as they're forced to ban the center here. We got a Crusader on the flank there. Marders pulling forward. Another Stug out here. Crusader rapidly repositioning behind the walls here before the Marders Again, aiming, there we go. Marder getting caught up in some bad pathing. That's going to be quite a blow here to HJ's Martyrs. At least they are cheap to replace, in particular if he's going for Italian combined arms, as he has, he can get them even cheaper. You know, we got the Scott blasting over there with the center from the howitzer, grabbing the M1 anti-tank, but with this proximity to the Scott, that I think is a bit ambitious. We've got a big grenadier push, though not all fully reinforced here. He's also, I think, making the crucial mistake of bunching up too much into the face of the Scots and other stuff here. He's going in pretty hard, though. A big push here for Deutschland. And we got White Fuss there catching up the Stug. It's getting blasted with the anti-tank into the Crusaders. Got the anti-tank guns, but that is just absolutely a reckless push there by Thanasty. Really nasty. In fact, he lost a Stug. He lost a Grenadier squad, and he suffered so many losses. That was brutal. But there you go. Luftwaffe to the rescue. Strafing in there, wrecking one of the Crusaders, as they're definitely not heavily armored on the top. Mortar crew almost exterminated as well, in fact. That's got one kill, almost as veterans won. Second Stug pushing in here. Pretty aggressive. I feel like this is rather reckless, considering how much he just lost there, but clearly the Nasty wants vengeance for his fallen men, no matter what it costs. And there you go, wipes the anti-tank and crew here with the Stug 3G, 16 infantry kills. Do not underestimate the Stug with that point-blank blast, by the way. That one is excellent. Easily one of my favourite abilities. Bezieri pushing forward here for another wave of attacks. Grenadier setting up, but definitely need reinforcement healing. He's also needed more Stugs, and I still would recommend some Panzer Grenadier, or even taking up maybe, like for the Panzer Company, some Starstruppen. And a Sturmpanzer honestly would also make a lot of sense, considering the Allies' heavy reliance on anti-tank guns. Achtergaard there with a damaged engine. Scots, Crusaders are hanging back. Looks like another Scot bit the dust, actually. And we got the first EZ out here, supporting the beleaguered infantry division. And Bezieri pushing to the center there. Stug getting shot at a bit here. He's closing in on the Tiger tank though, and we got white phosphor shells here from the Scot. Very nasty. Definitely should not be taken lightly. Second Sturmgeschütz moving out. First one there almost fixed up. Third Stug. More Stug. Also managed to make some progress on the south here. Fine, we can see there a quick counterattack here from the British force with the Crusaders charging through the local masonry there, and Trucks is rapidly throwing a wrench here into HJ's push there as he forgot to support with Marders. In the center, they contact with the Alps. We got the Stug down to fire from the EC8. We got Pack 38 still blasting away there on the EC8, punching through Brad Pitt's tank's frontal armor and ruining a nice little novelty mug. Saying world's best EC8 commander. My god, my mug! They ruined my mug! Goddamn Nazis!
An officer is being installed for our Panzer Grenadier Company.
Panzer Grenadier Corps not getting the officer. I mean, that's a pretty good idea for the Stugs. In particular, remember to upgrade the others with machine guns as well there. That definitely is going to make them quite solid. Email EC pushing forwards again here. Another push from Brad Pitt. Bit of harass from the north and south side. His swords being claimed by the British forces. Doing a bit of mopping up there with the Sage instead of Big Mop. Marders. Packs they're carrying the center approach alongside the Achtergaard.
We have finished the research.
And he's there almost good to go once more here for the Nasty. HJ there with another Marder 3. That's a lot of Marders. There goes 6-pounder gun in a bad spot. He's Stug there, ripping through the gun crew there. There we go. Wiped it and destroyed the gun. Excellent. Excellent. We got the 6-pounder gun here in the south. We got Assault Guns Bezieri with another massive assault here. Charging across the hills here in the south. Marders pushing forwards. They're a bit blindly there. 6-pounder gun there carrying the center. A lot of the fighting honestly feels like just constantly focusing on the center there of the map. Like, I feel like there's other paths they can take. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I personally do like Pachino. It does offer up like other lanes and axes of attack, but it seems like all four players have decided the center is where it's happening. Stug with a damaged engine. Right from there, being hammered here with the Stugs. Health there is definitely being chipped off here. And we got another strafe catching the retreating troops and catching the EC8, wrecking it. Oh, no. Far south here, we got the Crusaders counterattacking again, and once more the Martyrs are also busy elsewhere. That another southern push is easily rebuffed by the Sage. We got White Phosphorus here catching up the Basilius push here, absolutely forcing them off the field here, as White Phosphorus is very bad to you, as the Sage Sappers is quickly finding out there. Good lord, it's almost as that bad as that time I had to work on Lord Nelson's asbestos factory. Ah. There you go, that was a hell of a case of friendly fire. White Phosphorus. And there we go, we got a Black Prince out, so that is armored here from the Sage straight to the Martyrs here, who are definitely making short work there of the Black Prince's armor. Series of shots there. Almost got the Black Prince already. We got a strafing run. Or is it a bombing run? No, it's a strafing run from a big mob, but it's not enough to save the Black Prince, which is unceremoniously exposed to some pretty intense armored regicide. Another flank of the Grenadiers, but the Stooks are not there to support the assault quite, but still, it's causing enough confusion amongst the allies that the machine guns are forced to withdraw. The mortars sent running as well here. Looks like they might be able to wipe up the Vickers here. That would certainly be a small win for the German army, but we got mortar firing down. We got the Stooks on the move here. The centre is crumbling here under the assault of the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division. Big mob and the Sage are counter-attacking, trying to minimize the damage as the full armored might of the Reich, sort of, is pushing in there. Also, now we're actually pretty close here to Thanasty being able to call in here a Tiger tank, but he's about to throw away his now a Stook. A tragic blow to German morale, to the German peoples. The great cathedrals will be ringing out for that lost hero. Stooks definitely need to get out of there, and you know, you really need machine guns in your Stooks. You really need machine guns. Obviously the point blank blast is great, but the machine gun I'd say is quite crucial as well. So closing on that Tiger tank here. Lots of Martyrs here. I'll be seeing a recovery half track. Oh my, alright. I was expecting maybe a Panzer may command and then push maybe something bigger. Oh, maybe that's the plan. Spicy. In which case, they need to get doing that soon before the Allies push too far ahead, but recovering the Black Prince, that, oh, goodness, the Luftwaffe is just ripping in here to the assembly area of the Allied assault as they lined up right before the ruins of the Church of St. Al of Pachino. Tiger tank, not yet quite there. Kettenkrad, more here from Thanasty pretty late into the game. I think that's the first time I've seen someone go for Kettenkrad this late. Rather than they're being pushed back, Allied forces find themselves with their back against the wall here. One more direct party as the tanks push forwards. Vickers backing it all up as well. Could also salvage the Humber, I guess. Certainly more safe now. No artillery, by the way, for the Germans. The Allies obviously have the Scots and the mortar. And we got another... Oh, that's another EC8. I think the other Scot got wrecked. We got strafing runs here from the US Air Force. Grenade on the machine gun here. The Vickers is expunged. There's a yeah, they are forced to withdraw. Recovery half track on the move there. The Germans did also use recovery tanks, obviously. Like the Berg Panzer III, there was the Berger Panther, and then the Berger Herzog. The Berger Tiger, though, did not actually exist. Anyways, it's up there. It's, I think, repairing. I don't know. By the way, front line here is collapsing as the Allied counterattack is bringing up steam and heat here on the Germans. It's picking up pace here. And our Tiger tank out here. Marder, meanwhile, caught in a really bad place here. Fresh wave of attacking troops here. We got more infantry sections up here for the Sage. Vickers there being hammered.
Incendiary bombs have been made available.
Got incendiary bombs. The Luftwaffe is going to town on the town. Good golly. The skies are truly alive over Pachino. Meanwhile, Stuke need to fall back. Got another attack with the Grenadiers here. We got a lot of fighting. The Stuke leads. Stuke goes up in flames. EC8 takes a few hits. Other Stuke pushing forwards. Lots of bunch of infantry. So do understand the temptation here for a point blank blast. I mean, I'd probably go for it as well and then proceed to lose the Stuke. But there you go. Sections are getting absolutely eviscerated. No, failed to get a wipe on both of them. Still almost tapped both sections right there. Tiger tank now pushing through the battered streets of Pachino. Grenades going off here. Massive assault. Anti-tank and crew pushed out of existence. Here's the Tiger push forward. Got Ralph caught. They're caught in the streets there by the Tiger tank. The assaults are not pretty for the riflemen. There's a Yeti pushing forwards. Machine gun there behind the wreckage of an old Crusader. They're covering up enough. South side there. We got assault guns being pushed forwards here. The center of Pachino is increasingly a, well, wrecked mess. Recovery off track, still doing nothing. More fire there on the Bessayeri. Bessayeri there, but all forgotten and wiped. Quite harsh. North here can crab ground points there. Busy as always. And he's moving in there. I think he's going to try to recover the Churchill Black Preds. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sappers pushing forwards. Black. Oh, you see it rolling in here for the ruins. Yeah, he quickly pulls back the recovery half take. Definitely too late now to try that. But, oh, Stuke scores another kill. Point blank blast for the win. Absolutely. Amazing stuff there. I do love that ability. Tiger tank moving up here, and there we go, almost wipes out the section. The losses for the Sage and the British Empire are quite high here. EC being pushed back, down to 1/3 of its health total. There's the air rushing forwards. Assault gun is in the move here. Looks like they're planning a flank here. We got a bit of air reconnaissance to mark targets for the sound of things. And the look of them. Anti-tankers there, sniping away. And we sort of got like a rough split here across sort of a diagonal part of the map here. Interestingly enough. But overall, both players just tend to, or both sides, tend to focus heavily on the center of the map here. Occasionally there's some flank, but it's never like really deep flanks here, like any major engagements around the center. And we got another Black Prince out here for the Sage. And here's there quickly withdrawing, using the sprint to get out of that one fast. Moving forwards here towards the center. You see Black Prince on the move. There's Yi falling back as well. Towards the north here to respond to the Allied movement there. Hunter Piano advancing through the south. Machine gun holding out. Quite a mess across the center. Up north we got the assault engineers there spotted, routed. 6 punter guns, rifle squad, and we still got that mortar there now with 7 kills, meaning that German mortar's done more for the Americans than it has for the Germans. And we got here Thanasty with another Sturmgeschütz on the way. They've got 113 versus 87. They've really been able to close the gap here. Now we got the Black French, we've got center buildings collapsing here as more and more Pachino is rendered uninhabitable here by the fighting. Engineers being forwards with pilfered BARs, with Breda machine guns. More explosions, more kabooms, more rubble falling down here. Martyrs being ripped apart in the recovery half-track, made another attempt at the Black Prince, but looks for it and got destroyed for it. Strafe guns going off, his 6-punter gun crew there almost cleared out by another pass from the Luftwaffe. The skies are alive with aircraft. It is quite the hotbed here as the 15th Panzer Division's assault continues here, but is definitely now facing stiff resistance from the Anglo-American task force. And the Marder goes up in flames here. What the blow there. Saps moving forwards, Black Prince advancing as well. Tiger tank taking a nice hit here, getting return hits there as well. Another building collapses under the Rapture's fire. Stuke is completely knocked out. Kettenkraut listening about on the flanks. Tiger tank there closing message. We got a massive anti-tank here right now. Some rocket artillery from the Germans would be quite nice. Though we do get the next best thing, which is an incendiary bombing run. Turning the streets into an absolute hellscape here. Doesn't hit any of the anti-tank. It's actually done more damage to the Thanasty than it did to Big Mop or the Sage. Tiger tank almost getting knocked out here, but there you go. Gets at least one of the anti-tank crews there with a parting gift. Black Prince, they're pushing forwards again. We got the EC-8 here, and what is this? Now we get Flak 36s. Things are only heating up here. Another push from the Grenadiers here into the battered urban ruins of Pachino. We got 113 to 48.
Pioneers standing by.
And he's flanking around here. Going in pretty hard. Black Prince there getting hammered by the Flak 36 and its 8-hit number gun. Almost got the Black Prince there. Almost got it. There we go. The Black Prince goes down to the Flak 36. Action is non-stop over the center, but the rest of Pachino seems, well, a lot less active. I mean, it does make it easy for me to cover all this, because I don't have to swim across the map as much, but, you know. A bold assault here, though, by Big Mop, right into the Flak 36 with predictable results, as the 8-hit gun that just punches straight through the armor. And we got strafing runs here, like, just... That one, like, street here in Pachino has seen a lot of death. Engineers wiped by the Tiger tank, and it just painted across the side there of the EC-8. You're gonna have to, like, bury the tank with them, because that's, like, where they are. More units being mauled in by the Tiger tank, which closes the AC. Another Stuke goes up in flames. Tiger tank almost knocked out, and the Tiger tank goes down. The carnage just never stops over Pachino.
Pioneers standing by.
More Pioneers here. He's down to just the Grenadiers in the pack. We'll have to see what he does next. And we got another Flak 36 out as well here for HG. Good golly. Center being held by the Germans. 113 was 131. Chemkrat there takes a rear hit, but somehow survives. EC-8 there being repaired. Northern Pommy grabbed by a few assault engineers. Both sides are definitely starting to get fairly hammered here. Losses are high. Casualties never ending. But we got foot guards out here now from the Sage. Something a bit more lead here. The assault is almost getting wiped with the foot guards and the grenade. The Thompsons, Bessier though, pushing through here with the Breda 30s. Entertainment crew here under just all this firepower here. Flak 36 being positioned a bit here to provide better coverage, I suppose. Sonya's being ripped apart. Typically, Panzer Division, I think some Panzer Divisions will have a certain amount of Flak 36s, but the vast majority of Flak 36 is very much under control of the Luftwaffe. When it's served in their own, so to say, flak regiments and batteries and such. Fun fact. And we've very much been controlled by the Luftwaffe. Now this is straight from ground. See if you can see it's been upgraded here for Big Mop. And we got the other Blitz serving the flak crew there. Cleared out, so Connie's been forced now, or recruit, and the flak gun is decrewed. A big push here from Big Mop, going for that Flak 36, anti-tanks being hauled forward as well here. A fierce push that is running into each other. We got the Allies, the Germans, I mean, actually dropping another incendiary bombing run here. Absolute fierceness there. Grenadiers pushing through here. 4 Veteran 3, oh, 3 Veteran 3 Grenadiers, 1 in Veterans 1 there. He's clearly going for another Tiger tank. His men, though, are just being murdered. And the Flak 36 got wrecked. There we go, Grenadiers wiped out. None of the Veteran 3, though, just the new guys. Just the new guys. And we got another EC-8 out here. The other Flak 36 been kind of forgotten. No sign there of the armored reserves. I mean, one option could also be him going for a Tiger 1. Meanwhile, the Nasty there's waiting for Tiger of himself. His own, another one. There's another push for the south side. You've got 100 forts on 19. The best year rushing forts limited to the support. Meanwhile, just more and more forces are being poured into the center here. Into this absolute meat grinder. You see it there getting pummeled. Men are dying in incredible numbers. You see it there ripping into them halfway to the ace level here. Murder, combusted, and there you go. Fresh Tiger tank out. Flak 36, number 2 being hauled to the front line. Looks like he woke up and remembered he had a Flak 36 more waiting on the sidelines. You see it pushing through here. Only to run into the Pack 40, the Flak 36, and a Tiger tank. Talk about a hell of a surprise. Don't worry, guys. We've broken through the German lines. It'll be all clear. Oh, God. EC8, though, managed to escape mostly unharmed, except for that 88mm armor-piercing shell that stuck through the armor. Tiger tank there, just bouncing shots here like a champ. Does take a few hits there. Still goes for up north here. Another push for the Gunners Pioneers run here. The Americans got 100 versus 118. And we got another strafing round here. The streets just... how many bullets are they just gonna like find here? Just like from these massive aircraft machine guns. And the assault unit is charging forwards only to be just turned into minced meat. And the EC8 narrowly escapes by the luck of things. But then, no! Gets spotted and then swatted by the Flak 36. Oh god, and another wipe. Is there no end to the carnage, to the slaughter? Gunners pushing towards the center here. EC8 fires away there. Tiger tank pushing forwards. 96 versus 118. 94 versus 118. The Germans are bleeding out here. The Allies got it, perhaps. Tiger tank advancing. Benson G1 already halfway to death, though. Vickers forced away. We got a Crusader anti-aircraft tank out here from the British plane, indicating a bit of a hesitancy with the current situation. Surprised they didn't like go for regular Crusader, something else. I'm guessing he just needed something now rather than later. Hence, it was more of a panic purchase. Modifying the Flak 36 here, trying to smoke it. But then Vecchi to almost 50. Look at the 21 kills. Aeroplane really, I feel like, missed out on something there. Another Stuk here, though, for the Nasty. He's shot infantry. A part of me really would like to just see at this point a Panzer Company for some Starstorm or Sturmpanzer. I mean, all these anti-tank guns, I feel like, would really, like, you know, make a Sturmpanzer feel very good. Another Achtrad kaputt. Is he ever going to go for armored reserves? Yes, going for it. That means we could see a Tiger tank. Could also like see a Stug assault group with the Panther 4 version, but I'm guessing he's going to go for a Tiger tank as well there. Less than 9 points left for the outer. Got 94 versus 98. And we got an... Oh, I think that's a bombing run though. A dive bomb. Flak 36 declared out. Yep, dive bomb, but it's not on the flak. And now we got an incendiary bombing run, wiping another unit. How many have died here? North there, Sonia's routed. Like, if archaeologists, like, ever have a look at Pachino, they're gonna be, like, very confused as to, like, what they find. Very confused. Anyways, guns about to get wiped out here. Flak 37 that keeps firing away there. We got the EC8 narrowly escaping. Further south, they've got the Crusader anti-aircraft tank here, firing away there. Got the Sun Victor point. We got almost a triple cap here from the Germans and the Allies, but the managed to get the center one here. Tiger tank, half 8 of Echney 2. Stug rolling forwards. Infantry start here for the Nasty is definitely looking less stellar. Scott, they almost knocked out here with the Flak 36 with the Tiger tank. Foot guards moving forwards, and then moving straight into hell. 88 versus 87 points. Scott, EC8, they're both in intense need of repairs. Anti-tank is further back here, getting a bit touched up. We got another mortar out here, finally, for the Thanasty. That's also like the only artillery piece the Germans have. And we got another Tiger tank out. That's 2 Tiger tanks on the field now. The difference between the two basically is the veterans' one ability they have. The Tiger for the DAK has S-mine launchers. The Wehrmacht Tiger has a delayed fuse high explosive shells. S-mine launcher, they have to personally find is a lot more fun, but that's just the Pioneers wiped out. Crusader escaping here. I mean, right now, if the Germans, I think, were to push in with the 2 Tiger tanks, I think from, you know, here and here, basically encircling Pachino with them, I think they actually have a really good chance of, like, doing some heavy damage. In particular, like, get veteran on that Tiger tank, then just throw up to the anti-tank and pop the S-mine launchers. Game over. But it's not impossible the Germans might get a bit too comfortable here on just the other end of Pachino and getting to defense. We got another strafing around there. Tiger tank, they're being pummeled by anti-tank on fire here. Almost got the EC8 there. And down it goes. Other Tiger tank here could assist, but yeah, there seems a bit of disconnect now here by the Thanasty and HJ, and they're not quite working in full coordination here because, I mean, a 2 Tiger push here right now could have been like, you know, game on, particularly in conjunction with, say, Blitzkrieg. So, so using something more. We got 88 versus 70. That's definitely going on now. EC8 at it still. Great shot there. And he's about to get wiped out though. White phosphorus off. South side here, biggest holding up. 6.9 pushing forward to the center. Pachino is just, yeah. It's going to be tough selling real estate here, that's for sure. And we got the 3rd Black Prince out there from the Sage. Will this one fare better than the other 2? I don't know. 88 versus 61 here. Rushing everything into the center here. Stuke there caught in a bad spot. Black Prince pushing forwards. There's like 2 Tigers not far away though, and a Flak 36. Assault Grenadiers rushing forward towards. We've got the 2 tanks, the EC targets. We've got a boys anti-tank off there. We've got an EC now pushing forwards. Strikes there on the Flak 36, wiping out the crew. Tiger tanks, though, are engaging in the Black Prince, which is going for that Betchy 2 Tiger tank here. Flak 36 there being turned against it. 1 sport unit's got rapidly recruited here. Black Prince almost down. Almost got the Tiger tank, but now the Black Prince goes down first. And we got more white phosphorus, this time on the Flak 36. Killing the crew faster than they can, I think, be reinforced here. From the nearby Orbital Blitz, the gun has been caught in as well. Then another building collapses. Almost every building now has like just collapsed. Like there's one here and then there's these 2. Smoke barrage off. Another push in the south here. We've got this Yeti versus this one. You've also got the Allies heading from northern front. Very good there. Important not to get like tunnel vision too much in these situations. Seeing him just hitting that northern point if the Germans are too focused on the center could be a big win for the Allies. We've got 64 versus 61 here. I feel like both sides could, like, you know, do more on the sides just than the occasional raid. Particularly the guys with the Tiger tanks, I feel like are missing out then, like, you know, not leveraging the full offensive might of their 2 Tiger tanks. Which, again, I like to stress, are actually, like, really good in companies for using them aggressively. At the right angle. Another Scott down. That Flak 36 is just paying off itself several times over. And there you go, these soldiers are wiped up with the Tiger tank here. We got Veterans 1. That just does mean the S-mine launches, so like a good push from a right angle and then popping the S-mine launches could possibly just cripple the Allies. We've got 51 versus 61 here. The fight continues. 50 versus 61. Another, by the sound of it, incendiary bombing run here. Yup. Hitting his teammates, man. Oh no, the chaos. And the best yet to get wiped Stinging blow there to HJ. Tiger there striking off shot. Flak 36 they're firing away here. Scott's mauling in there. EC taking surprisingly no damage as the shot misses it. Tiger tank actually annihilates an infantry section. More artillery strikes and more dive bombings, I think. Wehrmacht, Tiger falling back. DAK, Tiger advances. Foot guards, unsurprisingly, almost wiped out here by the Tiger tank. Assault units pushing forwards into the line of fire of the Tiger tank. We got another of these Stuking forts again for the Thanasty that is heavily damaged. Panzer Pioneer pushing forwards. We got 50 versus 46. Like, things are edging up towards the end, and there goes Stuk, goes up. In flames, another Stuk down. More Grenadiers, and there's still no Starstorm. No, it's a Stuk as well on top of the Grenadiers. Still no Panzer Grenadiers either, honestly. Tiger's being repaired.
Grenadiers have been mustered for battle.
Black 36 recruit for the umpteenth time. Sneaking about here in the south, looking to head around the Allied side there. Not a bad idea.
Control of a victory point.
Scott getting rocked there by Flak 36, fire almost knocked out. Narrowly gets away. Grenade assault here. German mortar there. Veterans one, but just isn't getting as much utility out as the Americans got out of his other mortar. But that one got cleared out, it seems. He's kind of forgot about it, would appear. 50 versus 35. There's Yeti versus Sappers. And routed in a carpet of fire. Straight to mine. We could see it now. Yes, that's another wipe on the best Yeti. I actually don't think he's got any infantry left now. Well, he's got one Yeti squad on the Panzer Pioneer, but everything else he's got is just gone. Dead. Kaput. Then you could say that about a lot of the infantry this match. Like, the rate of attrition amongst infantry schools this match has just been immense. Tiger tanks pushing forwards. Could this be a combined German Tiger assault here? Or not. Grenades, smoke. Got 50 versus 35 here. Going for that northern victory point again with the Songineers. Got those MP40 grenades nearby, could rush in to deal with it, but he's clearly not paying attention. He's not aware. White phosphor in the center assault grenades. We have to retreat here as well. They're about to get wiped out. More white phosphors blinding the Germans there in the center. Can't see what's going on, and we got the point in the center. In fact, they got all 3 points. Back to a triple cap here. We've got 38 versus 35. 35 versus 35. Oh dear, this could be it. The Germans need to move, and they need to move schnell. But can they move fast enough? We've got 29. 26. Foot guards, so there you go. Pushing in with the Tiger. Will this be the decisive Tiger push here? 23. 20. Tiger tank taking hits. We've got strafing runs there on the anti-tank crew. The ace gunner is absolutely doing amazing work there. 14. 11. We got smoke and plenty. Grenadiers wiped out. We got 8. 5. 3. 1. GG. Game over. A loss for the Germans. A win for the Allies, and an absolutely just brutal melee there. I mean, both sides definitely, again, as mentioned, done more on the sides. Particularly with those Tiger tanks, I feel like the Germans were definitely too passive, too inactive. They should have gone more on the offense on the side. Should have caught the Allies off guard. Particularly that Tiger with the S-man launchers coming up for the right angle and just popping off its load, say next to, like, you know, an anti-tank gun. Boom! That could have been a GG moment there. So I definitely feel like the Germans got a bit too comfortable, perhaps was too defensive here versus the Allies. The Allies, though, again, also got to caught the pace a bit too much. That said, after some amount of time, you do tend to see some exhaustion, and again, people's plans tend to get a lot simpler as the match drags on, which is definitely happening. But still, quite an explosive match here, something a bit different here from the usual. So I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Consider supporting the Propagandacast by donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.